Yeah, Preeti ma'am, you can start with the session.
Yes, sir. Good evening to all. Welcome in today's session. So our today's session. So our today's session is 1 minute. So our today's session is about promoting mental health and well-being among the students, and it is related to mental health and wellness. So first of all, I want to ask you all, and you can write in your chat that how are students feeling nowadays? Means related with their mental condition. Do you feel that they are good, they are normal, or they are anxious, or they are facing problem due to different reasons? What do you think about mental health of your students? Yes, Radha ma'am. They have very little attention span. Yes, this problem we face because they have different types of diversions which we were not facing in our childhood. Any other thing? You all can write in chat. Okay, now next question. Are mental health issues always visible? Because physical health is a thing that can be expressed easily if we are in pain or other symptoms becomes visible. Good morning, sorry, good evening, Akriti ma'am. Thanks for joining. Akriti ma'am, you can write in chat that what comes to your mind when you hear mental wellness. You can write in chat.
Balance.
Okay, ma'am, you can
Okay.
speak.
I said balance between, work life and my personal life. This is what comes in my. If it is balance, I'll have my mental peace.
But here we are talking about our students. That what do you think that they are
Okay,
becoming good?
students, then less stress on the exams. On the during the exam time, I think students take a lot of stress. Maybe that should be reduced, like that reduction of stress.
Huh. So now we have to analyze that why the students comes in stress. They have to fulfill their parents' expectation. There is peer pressure that others are performing good, but they are not performing good. But they don't want to devote a lot of hard work, which his other classmate who is performing good is doing. Means all the things instantly they want that they have ordered a pizza and it will be delivered. So in the same way, they wanted to achieve good marks and it will be achieved. Yes, in the chat, they easily get distracted, sometimes visible. Yes, mental health issues. And when they are disturbed, sometimes it is visible, but it may not be visible all the times. Only the nearest person who are connected with that child can experience it. And in today's time, the parents and other persons also have less time to interact with their child. less emotional balance. And next is how do students usually feel before the exam? Prabha ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am, you can say it.
Before the exams, you're asking?
Yes, ma'am.
I must say, ma'am, these days, most of the children, about 70% of them, stressed all the time. Not only during exam, during classes. There may be some criteria or expectation which they need to fulfill for their parents, for the teachers, and to even some students might be in their class, they are very good in studies, they are doing well. Some students are not able to compete with them. There is a pressure always on their mind to do well from parent side, from the teacher side also, from their own expectation from themselves also it is high.
Yes, ma'am. From their own expectation also. In my school, it is not that only the students who are performing less are facing mental issues. The best girl who has performed full marks in my subject, she is also facing mental health issues.
If it is 99 out of 100, why that 1 mark?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She has got full marks, 100 out of 100. Even after that,
Maybe in future, whether I'll be able to maintain this throughout my
she,
future
she is
exams. That is also a
telling
stress.
that my classmates are not friendly with me. This issue she is facing.
Yes, ma'am, because
And
when a child is doing exceptionally well, other children may not be very friendly with that child due to some reason, maybe jealousy, maybe insecurity. It is there with the students.
and it is from both this when I told our school counselor to deal with her because she was crying. Once when the school was over and she was waiting, I told her that what happened? Do you have to share something with me? Then she told that I am facing these issues, that no one is friendly with me. And then I talked with the school counselor also, and we all met and discussed. And she told that the school counselor told that if you want friends, then you have to be friendly with them. You can't come and be your friend. You also have to do some efforts. And earlier, I used to call her always on the first seat. Then, when I became aware of this issue that she is not mixing in the group, then I stopped my that habit that I was calling her on the first seat. I thought that she should behave normal and she should be friendly with other students. Any superiority complex should not develop in her. So I stopped calling her on the first seat.
Yes, ma'am, that is a right approach.
Okay, so I want to start.
Teacher's role is very important.
Yes, ma'am.
Teacher should understand each and every child of her class.
Yes, ma'am. Or he should be connected with everyone. That what is going on his students or her students' mind, and if they are behaving other than their normal pattern, then we should connect with the child and ask him or her that I am here for you, and if you have any problem, then you can share. Okay, I am starting the presentation. Welcome to today's session. And now about me. many of my many of my colleagues and other known persons are here, but my co-trainees are also here, but it may be that some new persons are here. So for them, I am currently working as a TGT social science teacher at Allen House Public School, Vasundhara, Ghaziabad in Uttar Pradesh. And I completed my post-graduation in economics from Ranchi University, and I was honored with the University Gold Medal in year 2000. And it was presented by the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Over the years, I have received several felicitations for my teaching, which have encouraged me to continuously grow as an educator and contribute to meaningful learning experiences. And it is a pleasure to be here today to discuss an important topic, which is not gender sensitivity. Today, we are going to discuss promoting mental health and wellness among students. So here is our topic, promoting mental health and wellness among students. And first of all, that why mental health matters. And mental health shapes learning, confidence, and relationship. And teachers' role is very important in it. That educators are frontline supporters of students' well-being, and a safe classroom are the requirements. Every teacher has to ensure that his or her classroom should have space for every learner. Now, this workshop's objective to understand mental health, that grasp what mental health and wellness means in a school setting, and identify early signs of mental distress before it escalates, and build a supportive environment for the school children, create emotionally safe, inclusive classrooms, which means no one should feel neglected or isolated. Next is apply practical strategies, means use simple evidence-backed classroom tools daily, and promotes resilience and empathy, foster positive behavior and emotional strength in student. Now, why mental health matters in schools? First is impact on students. Academic performance and grades are affected if mental health is not good. Okay, I give you an example that if you are very engrossed in watching some serial or movie, or in the case of gentlemen, if they're very engrossed in watching a movie, and one of the family members, maybe the mother, gives them their favorite dish to taste. It may be a kheer. Then when you are engrossed somewhere else, and she has gave you to taste, he or she has gave you to taste and ask that what is the taste? In case of kheer, is it sweet enough? Is it normal or less sweet? Are you able to answer it correctly? मीन्स अगर हम किसी वॉच कर रहे हैं, कुछ भी मूवी हो या कुछ भी, और हम बहुत ज्यादा इमोशनल ड्रामा वॉच कर रहे हैं, या कुछ और एक्साइटेड स्टेज में क्रिकेट ये देख रहे हैं, और हमें कुछ कोई खिलाता है जो हमारा फेवरेट हो, फिर भी जब हम उस समय खाते हैं तो हम नहीं बता पाते कि कितना मीठा है, बिकॉज आवर माइंड इज नॉट इन नॉर्मल कंडीशन. इट इज occupied with a lot of emotions, so we are not able to tell that. Another example you can take, that if we are very happy or we are very sad, then and we want to do some work, or I want to make a presentation, or as a student I want to learn something, then I will not be able to do that. A normal state of mind is required. हम बहुत खुश हैं या बहुत उदास हैं, तो हम एक नॉर्मल एक्टिविटी, टीचिंग लर्निंग वाली, एज अ स्टूडेंट लर्न करने का काम या और कोई दूसरा काम हम नहीं कर पाएंगे। हमसे मिस्टेक हो जाएगी या वो हम कर ही नहीं पाएंगे। मतलब अगर टीचिंग लर्निंग करनी है या एज अ स्टूडेंट हम ये देख रहे हैं कि अगर उन्हें पढ़ना है, उन्हें कुछ याद करना है, तो एक नॉर्मल मेंटल स्टेट में रहना जरूरी है। तो यहाँ पर मेंटल हेल्थ मैटर करता है कि हम एक नॉर्मल मेंटल स्टेट में बच्चा हो। So, impact on students' academic performance and grades matter if the mental health is not good. Attendance and class participation also matters, that the child will be start being absent, or he will be present in the class, but he will not be attentive to towards what the teacher is teaching, and his behavior and self-discipline will also get affected. He or she will not be able to complete his work. It may be the homework or project work on time. His or her self-discipline will not regulated, and the quality of social relationship will also suffer. Means we will not behave normal with others, and in case of students with other classmates, the student may feel superiority complex, which we discussed in the study, and it may be that inferiority complex, means normal behavior will not be there. Current challenges students face: rising academic pressure and competition. Social media influence and comparison is also a thing which we have to take in consideration, because these days, I will say that in the case of girls, they becomes very sensitive in their teenage about their look, about their body shape, and if other classmates of the girls are getting good attention on social media and they are not getting, they also become conscious. So in many countries, it is also told that there should be ban on social media to a certain age. But in India, this is not implemented. So we have to safeguard our students from this social media influence by creating awareness among them that these things not matter a lot. Next is family expectation and home stress. Prabha ma'am has already said that if a student has got 99 out of 100, then the first question which others ask, that where the one number has gone, and he or she has achieved and grabbed 99 marks out of 100 for her, it becomes secondary. So first we should look at the things which that child has achieved, and about other things also. Sometimes it also happens that when we have achieved the full marks, then our motivation, we feel so much fulfilled that we don't feel that motivated for getting other things in life. Also, we in a small age these days, young maybe young persons, it is applicable both on male and females, that in early age, in 25, 30 years of age, they become CEO of the company, which earlier in the old days, that position was achieved by the persons. So when in a young age, they achieve so much things, then after that, they think that what we have to achieve, and they also feel depressed. They think that we have achieved all the things. Now they don't feel motivated for their life. So it is also a problem. And for school children, bullying, exclusion, and isolation. When a group is naughty, it may be that a group of underperformance, but they can bully an intelligent child, and they can exclude him or her from the group, and the child can feel isolated. So here also the mental problem or mental distress starts. Every behavior communicates a need. Understanding this shift how we respond to students. So it is about understanding the present time. Now, understanding mental health. What is mental health? Mental health encompasses our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It shapes how students handle stress, build relationships, and make decisions, influencing learning and confidence every single day. Mental wellness includes positive self-esteem and self-worth. If someone is not recognizing my effort, then if I am in good mental health condition, I will not feel self-esteem. If someone has criticized us or told us that no, your achievements are not so worthy, we are not guided or evaluated by any other person's evaluation. Means we don't seek validity from others. Next is emotional regulation and balance. Third, healthy, meaningful relationships with our juniors, seniors, other persons of the group, and ability to cope with life's challenges. Ups and downs comes in life, so how we cope up with them, it also decides our mental health condition. So mental health is just as important as physical health. First, we have to recognize that we are not just a physical body, we have a mind also. So we, along with our physical health, we have to take care of our mental health also. And as a teacher, we have to take care of mental health of our students. And it deserves the same attention in our classroom. Akriti ma'am, recently a child of your class, her mother has passed. So can you tell about her mental health condition? Ma'am, you are on mute.
Right now, she is, she is a teenager. I know it's a big trauma
Which
for
class,
her,
ma'am?
but she is trying to, show all this that
Ma'am,
I
which
am.
class? Which
She's in
class?
class 8. She's in class 8. And right now she is like showing everybody that I am very strong and I will continue with my routine life. It's been hardly a week that her mother passed away, and she started joining the school as well. She took participated in picnic show, but there are moments like when we celebrated Mother's Day, she was very brave to participate in that assembly. She sang the song, but during the break, she cried. She cried a lot. Our coordinator visited her, and she also told me like for half an hour she was very brave, but after that she again started crying, bursting it out. So there are times when it is bursting out. There are times when she is showing everyone that I am very, very brave. Okay, mama has passed, but I am brave. So this is something that I feel she's doing. She's not, taking out that trauma from her body. As per our psychology teacher, she has stuck in that trauma and she needs to take it out. And she's
And,
not doing that. She needs to
and
cry out,
yes,
but she's
we
not
have to
doing
show our
that. Sorry.
sorry. We have to show our emotions. We don't keep our all the emotions inside. For example, boys
Yes.
told that you should not cry. Means,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. That
yes,
is something every boy
yes,
is.
yes. That boys should also be allowed to show their emotions for their
Yes.
mental health.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, next is the science teacher should notice. Early identification can prevent bigger challenges. Watch for these signals in your students. First is emotional signs, persistent sadness or anxiety. Next is irritability and tearfulness. And third is sudden, unexplained mood swings. In class 11th, I have a student, and in his family, no one is very interested Means in other family members think that education does not have so much importance. It may be that his family is from rural background and they have a lot of uh, ancestral land property. So for them, education is not important. But the child has got admission and he thinks he gets pressure of this type of thing that in my family no one is very much interested in my education. So this type of thing also students feel in their family, that they don't get supportive environment in their family related with education, so they don't feel motivated. Next is behavioral science, withdrawal from friends or activities. All friends are going to play in the ground during the games period, but if a student is not going, not mixing with friends, or not involving in getting involved in activities, it is also showing that his or her mental condition is not normal. Unusual aggression, ऐसे कुछ बात नहीं हुई लेकिन बहुत गुस्सा हो गया. और कंप्लीट साइलेंस, कुछ भी कह रहे हैं लेकिन वो कोई रिएक्शन ही नहीं दे रहा. नेक्स्ट इज फ्रीक्वेंट अनएक्सप्लेन्ड absences. In my 11th class again, one child was very regular in class 10, but in 11th, after 2 days, he gets absent. So today I asked that, what is your problem? Why are you getting absent? So if as teacher, we are observing the pattern of the student, and we looks or we experiences that there is some behavioral changes in that child, we should meet that child personally, and we should ask that what is your problem, because sometimes a child's family is disturbed and he or she may not be share the things in his family. So a teacher can be a help for them. Next is academic science, declining grades and performance, poor concentration in class, and consistently incomplete assignments. It is also a sign that child's or students' mental health is not in good condition.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you explain SCOT from the previous slide, mental wellness? What do you mean by SCOT?
Ma'am, I have taken it from Google and I also searched, but I was not able to get its meaning. If any of you will explain it, then it will help all of us, because actually I was not able to get it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
And when I searched on Google, then it was telling that the persons from Scotland are called Scot. Okay, now this. Act early. A timely conversation can make all the difference in a student's journey. Means if he or she thinks that I am important, my teacher is asking for help, then he or she will feel emotionally secure. Now, role of teachers in students' wellness. Teachers can listen without judgment or interruption. It is most important when we are dealing with a mental unstable or a person who is in distress. At first, we have to listen to him or her. That is most important. कि उसको अपनी बात कहने का मौका दिया जाए, बिना बीच में बोले कि नहीं नहीं ये तो अच्छा है या गलत है. पहले उसकी हमें पूरी बात सुननी है, क्योंकि सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम जो मेंटल स्ट्रेस में जाता है वही फेस करता है कि मुझे कोई सुनता ही नहीं है, समझता ही नहीं है. तो हमें पहले उसकी पूरी बात सुननी है बिना उसको इंटरप्ट किए. लिसन विदाउट जजमेंट और इंटरप्शन. Encourage open, honest communication. Appreciate effort, not just marks. If a student was earlier getting 40% and now with efforts he is getting 50%, then he or she needs appreciation. It is not that only above 90% scorer should be appreciated. If the performance wise the child is better, then he or she needs appreciation. So encourage open means in the whole group, in the class, that child should be appreciated for his or her efforts, that he is doing better. Appreciate effort, not just marks. Build trust and emotional safety. That in the previous test you have got full, but this time if you have got one or two
Ma'am, you are not audible.
was disconnected. So now I am starting the presentation again. So here, promote inclusiveness for all learners and avoid these practices. Public shaming or humiliation, we have to avoid that you are not able to do anything. We have to always encourage the child that you can do it. Means a mental support we have to provide, and we have to always boost up his morale that he or she can perform. Negative comparison between students should be avoided for good mental health, and labeling or stereotyping students we should avoid. That तुम तो ऐसा कर ही नहीं सकते, या तुम तो ऐसा ही करोगे, तुमसे तो मैं यही एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था या कर रही थी. We should not label students in this manner. We have to accept them, and we have to make them better. As a student, as a better human being, we have to develop their abilities in them. It may be that he or she is not a good performer in studies, but he or she can be a good performer in sports, or he or she can be very helpful to other classmates. So whatever qualities he or she has, we have to appreciate those qualities in him or her, and we have to tell these qualities of that students to others also. So other students will also feel that these qualities also matter, not only academic performance matter. So in this way, we can make a inclusive classroom in which every student will feel valued. Now, emotional check-in, weather report feeling. Uh, you can type your response in the chat that if you are feeling happy, energized, and ready to go, you can write sunny, or you can make an emoji for that. And if you are feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or low today, then you can write rainy, or you can type that emoji there. And clouding. If you are a bit confused or unsettled in between days happen, then cloudy. And if you're feeling anxious or angry or emotions are intense right now, you can feel stormy. And this type of words we can use in our classrooms also, that students can tell that how are you today, and they can say in place of telling all the whole sentence, you can say that I am feeling sunny or rainy or cloudy or stormy. If they are telling stormy, then immediately uh, we have to talk with that student that what is the reason why you are in a stormy emotional state. In classroom application, use weekly emotional check-in with the students. Small moments build big trust and connection over time. Now, creating a mentally healthy classroom. Classroom strategies begin class with a warm, positive interaction. When we enter in a classroom and we wish all the students, and sometimes teachers think that it is not an important thing, wishing, and but we should not start our teaching directly. We should connect with all the students that they are grading. It is also I think that the students are disconnecting with the previous teacher's subject, and now they are connecting with me or my subject. So when we wish, then we are closing the earlier things, earlier subjects things, and we are starting with the new one. So during grading, we bring the new connections with ourselves or and our subject. So begin class with a warm, positive interaction is very important that all the students should uh, very nicely. Then he or she should get chance for peer learning. He should teach the whole class about a topic in which he or she can explain very good. And in today's time, when students can search anything of their interest on the internet,
Ma'am, you are on mute.
yes, now it is unmuted and presentation. The sharing is not starting.
Miss Skin is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. It's visible, ma'am.
Visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible. We are waiting. Yes,
It's
ma'am.
visible.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sanidhi, we had discussed and creating a mental health classroom. We have to make a healthy classroom in which everyone should feel valued and respected, and we should give a chance to every student, and we should appreciate his or her quality. And a mentally healthy classroom doesn't happen by accident. It is built intentionally, one interaction at a time. And I was discussing that we should give chance to a student who can teach the whole class, who is confident enough that he can teach. So in this way, we can uh, tell other students that we can develop confidence in other students that yes, you can prepare a topic and in front of the whole class you can present it, and it will also reduce our burden of teaching, and we will also be able to develop good mm, confidence and good habits and good qualities in our students. And now, a case study discussion is that a case scenario, a class ninth student who was active and engaged earlier has become silent and avoid friends and consistently submits incomplete work. So we can think that what signs are visible in this student, that is not, earlier he was completing his work, but now he is not able to complete. So it means he or she is facing some problem, and we should ask him or her. Next is how should a teacher respond sensitively? Means we don't have to start scolding him or her without asking or listening the reason. Of course, we have to give the time, but when we develop a connection with that child, he himself or herself will share the problem So today internet connection is getting disturbed. So I want to show a video. It is starting.
So what is empathy and why is it very different than sympathy? Empathy fuels connection. Sympathy drives disconnection. Empathy, it's very interesting. Teresa Wiseman is a nursing scholar who studied professions, very diverse professions where empathy is relevant, and came up with 4 qualities of empathy. Perspective taking, the ability to take the perspective of another person or recognize their perspective as their truth. Staying out of judgment, not easy when you enjoy it as much as most of us do. Recognizing emotion in other people and then communicating that. Empathy is feeling with people. And to me, I always think of empathy as this kind of sacred space when someone's kind of in a deep hole and they shout out from the bottom and they say, I'm stuck, it's dark, I'm overwhelmed. And then we look and we say, hey, you climb down. I know what it's like down here, and you're not alone. Sympathy is, ooh, it's bad, no, you want a sandwich? Empathy is a choice, and it's a vulnerable choice, because in order to connect with you, I have to connect with something in myself that knows that feeling. Rarely, if ever, does an empathic response begin with at least. Yeah. And we do it all the time, because you know what? Someone just shared something with us that's incredibly painful, and we're trying to silver lining it. I don't think that's a verb, but I'm using it as one. We're trying to put the silver lining around it. So I had a miscarriage. Oh, at least you know you can get pregnant. I think my marriage is falling apart. At least you have a marriage. John's getting kicked out of school. At least Sarah is an A student. But one of the things we do sometimes in the face of very difficult conversations is we try to make things better. If I share something with you that's very difficult, I'd rather you say, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just so glad you told me. Because the truth is, rarely can a response make something better. What makes something better is connection.
So we should not just show sympathy, we should show empathy, or we should feel empathy, जिसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं समानुभूति. जो वो सेकंड अनदर पर्सन महसूस कर रहा है, मैं उसे महसूस करके और मुझे उसकी सिचुएशन से उसे पुल आउट करना है ताकि वो नॉर्मल स्टेट में आ सके. Now, simple wellness practices for students: daily journaling. Gratitude journaling builds a positive thinking and self-awareness habits. Mindful breathing can be done. It is told that when you are feeling in distress or sad, recall in your mind the happy moments, and your breathing will automatically change. So we should do practice of this thing, mindful breathing. Simple deep breathing exercises reduces anxiety and improve focus. जब हम गहरी गहरी सांस लेते हैं, breathing करते हैं. Now I don't have time, otherwise we can do that activity. Physical activity, sports and movement improve mood, sleep, and mental resilience. And creative outlets, art, music, and wellness clubs nurture emotional expressions. CBSE focus on holistic development and socio-emotional learning are central to the National Education Policy and CBSE guidelines. And Prabha ma'am has asked about SCOT, that what is a SCOT analysis, and she herself has sent its meaning to me, so I can share with you all that SCOT or SWOT analysis provides a fundamental overview of a company's strategic position by examining its current situation alongside outcomes in the immediate or distant future. SCOT stands for strengths, challenges, opportunities, and threats. The SWOT acronym is identical except it substitutes the C for challenges with a W for weaknesses. So thank you, Prabha ma'am, for sharing that. And there is one more video which we should watch. That one kind that changed everything.
What if the smallest actions could really change the world? Imagine a young guy, just 20 years old, carrying kindness with him everywhere. One day, he saw water wasted on the street, and instead of just walking by, he gently placed a dry, struggling plant underneath the dripping water. It was a tiny act, but it helped that plant survive. Later, at a roadside hotel, a hungry dog showed up. Without saying a word, he broke his bread and shared it. You see, kindness doesn't need words. A tired mother, a hungry child. He didn't just give money. He offered dignity and hope. Then, he saw an old woman trying to cross a busy street. He stepped in close, helping her carry her load, walking at her pace. Someone was watching. Behind a dusty shop window, a shopkeeper smiled. You never know how much kindness can leave a mark, even in silent hearts. Days went by, and that dead-looking plant suddenly bloomed with bright colors. Life responds to kindness with beauty. A little girl who once begged for help now ran happily towards her school. Her future was brighter because someone cared. That night, he knelt beside his bed, not praying for fame, but whispering thanks into the darkness. In a world that moves so fast, he chose to pause, to give, to love. And in doing so, he learned the real secret of happiness.
So exactly 8 hour session is complete. I thank you, all of you, for joining the session. And there were some technical problems. Otherwise, I have prepared a lot for this session. So thank you for becoming a better version of ours. If anyone wants to share anything, you are welcome. Akriti ma'am, you can tell.
Ma'am, it was really a great session. Okay, like mental well-being of students is very important, and sometimes as teachers, in this race of completing the syllabus, sometimes we do ignore this. This is what
Yes.
I did. I sometimes do this. Okay, a child is crying. Okay, beta, baad mein I'll ask him what happened. But sometimes the child needs on the spot that care, na. That this is what I feel. And in race of syllabus, but mental health, well-being of student is very important. As teachers, we have to take care of it.
Yes, ma'am. Because if we are connected with the child, then in the future we will not face problem, because it is told that teachers means the students work hard to show their good performance to their favorite teacher. So if we build a connection with them, then it is easier for us to improve our children. And in case of 10th also, it happened. Our second means in my subject, the second topper, he has he had to show that, ma'am, I will bring 100 out of 100 for you. And there was only a mistake in math question. Otherwise, I could have three students who could get full marks.
I know, ma'am. I met him on that day, and he was so like I asked him what happened, and I had a question wrong in the math.
And I started feeling guilty that it is my mistake that I have not provided him the right material because of that he marked the wrong state in the board exam. But sometimes it happens, like the technical problems I face today. Normally, the internet is always stable.
That is fine, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for wonderful session, ma'am.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
So,
Will speak.
good evening, everyone. I believe it's been a wonderful session. I can see those happy faces of most of the people. And thank you so much, Preeti ma'am, for a wonderful session. There was so many takeaways that we need to, think about while dealing with children and all.